Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
I'm Naomi,
and I'm Tony.
and this is our first YouTube video. We just thought we'd start doing a vlog to just record, our journey through our pregnancy. So we'll start how with me and Tony met.
It's a very funny story, trust me.
So we actually met through friends. They're actually a couple themselves. And we decided to go to a shisha bar. Meanwhile, we didn't know each other at all. And I don't know, I just thought he was kind of weird at first because I just stalked his Facebook before.
And she thought I was short.
Yeah, he just takes photos on a really weird angle. It's really up there.
It's called an angle shot.
So it makes someone look really short. It was a body, a whole photo with your head and everything. So I just thought he was really short at first. So when I met him, I'm like, wow, you're actually really tall. I thought you were really short. Anyways, and then from there, it was kind of awkward. We didn't really talk. So we were just sitting there smoking our own arguilas and whatnot. And then towards the end, he just says bye. I was like, all right, bye. And then I received an Instagram request from Tony. And he's like...
It took me a long time to find her, trust me.
Yeah, I'm well hidden. And then he's like to me, do you want to come to the movies for a double date? And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, this guy seems nice and genuine. Why not get to know him, right? So I wouldn't really want to date at first. I was like, I'll just get to know him. And the movies never happened.
It never
happened because he was so eager. So we ended up going out that night for ice cream.
Ice cream.
I'm the one that actually wanted it.
It was tasty.
He drove 30 minutes just to come to me at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Trust me, I was dead.
Yeah, we just really wanted I just really wanted ice cream. And then I think the next day we went for Thai food for lunch. And we spent the whole day together and we got to know each other. And then I guess we just kept having dates and just continuing dating and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, we had some really funny times. And then I guess our next step was we actually wanted to move in together. We felt it was ready. We realized we're really happy together. We're very content. So we wanted to take that next step and move in together. And it was actually funny. It was actually quite bad timing because it was a bit before this pandemic. So we looked at some units and we got accepted for this really nice one.
Really nice one in Parramatta, if you guys know where it is.
It was really nice. Anyways, we didn't actually end up getting it because of the pandemic. They just the landlord wouldn't answer and whatever. So then we decided we want to be together during this lockdown if it comes really bad. So I ended up moving in with Tony and his family. And it went good, it was great. It was a bit crowded for my liking because there was quite a lot of people living there. But I was happy living with him.
It was only for 2 months till we got our own place.
Yeah, it was only 2 months. Things went great. And when we actually found out some unexpected news.
Yeah, funny story too.
Yeah. We ended up finding out I was pregnant. And it was quite a funny way, actually. So I actually have an app. Girls, if you have it, it's called Period Tracker. And what it does, it tracks your period. So you'll put when you start your period and it will say, okay, you have this many days till your period's over and whatnot. It just gets your cycle intact. And I actually, I was using it for I think 2-3 years and it was doing quite well for me. And I don't know, this one day it kind of glitched. So when I said I finished my period, it said it would reset in 18 days.
Which is weird.
Yeah, it's quite early, right, for a month. So I said to Tony, that's fine. It will just be a couple of days late. Doesn't really matter, right? Because I'm very, very regular with my period. It's always on time. And I go for 7 days, which really sucks. But yeah, I know my body quite well when it comes to periods. Anyways, I didn't end up getting my period, but it didn't alert me or anything. I wasn't really thinking of it. I wasn't worried. And then I ended up going for dinner. And I remember coming home and I was so sick that night. I was so sick.
She vomited.
Yeah, I was vomiting all night at my dinner. I was so sick. It was really bad. I was so sick. And I remember thinking maybe because I ate meatballs and maybe it just didn't sit with my stomach because meatballs can be quite heavy, especially at night on your stomach. And I don't really have a sensitive stomach, but I was just it's probably just the food I ate didn't want to go with me today. Anyways, and then I think the day after that, I was feeling quite sick. I just didn't really have much appetite. And I just think I kept vomiting continuously. So I ended up taking a pregnancy test. And I kind of rushed it. I think I was quite nervous to find out the result. Tony was like, oh, I hope you're kind of pregnant, because he was like, he's been having baby fever since I met him. He had very bad baby fever. Okay? He had bad baby fever. Yeah, you know you did. He had bad baby fever, so he's like, oh, like, I'm kind of excited if you are. And I just kind of like rushed it. And I like glanced down at it. I was like, okay, it has one line. So I just assumed it was negative, right? So I kind of just put it in like my top drawer, like the sock drawer. And I went back to Tony and I'm like, oh, like it says it's negative. And he was like, oh. He was like, that was his face, right? He was just like, oh. Anyways, I ended up buying new socks because I just got sick of like Tony as well. His socks are always broken. So I was like, he needed an upgrade of socks. So I ended up going to Big W and buying socks. And I was just cleaning out like both our sock drawers and I went to actually chuck my pregnancy test in the bin. But I glanced at it and I saw it had like 2 lines that were like really like dark. Like they were like 100% pregnant. It was like right there, right, babe?
Yep, it was
right there. It was so
there.
dark. And
it
I
was
like,
scary too.
I'm choking. I was like, oh my god, like, is this real? Like, am I actually, like, pregnant? Anyways, I was kind of freaking out, so I was like to Tony, oh, like, babe, can you, like, go outside for a second? I need a time to just freak out under the bedsheet. Like, I just put my head on the bedsheet, I'm like, oh my god. Anyways, I was like, yeah, I was kind of stressed, but I was also just, like, I don't know. I was excited, like, I was really shocked.
Oh, trust me, I was excited too.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was so, like, mixed emotions. Like, I was shocked, but I was excited and I was, like, scared because I have, like... So, how am I going to tell my family? Like, what do I do?
Trust
it's
me,
like...
I was scared to tell my family too.
Yeah, it was, like, the first time I have ever been pregnant. Like, I was just like, oh my god, like, what do I do from here? Like, now that I know. So, I decided to go to Woolies and get, like, that pregnancy test that tells you the weeks. And it said... like 3+, which is like the most plus weeks you can get. And I had an ultrasound, I think it was the following week. And I think it said I was 4
or 5 weeks pregnant.
No, I was 7 weeks.
7 weeks?
Yeah, I was 7 weeks pregnant. Yeah. And I done the ultrasound and we saw the baby's heartbeat. It was like all fluttery. Like, it was so cute. We couldn't hear it, unfortunately, but we did see it. And we saw the little baby in the yolk sac.
It was like this tiny.
Yeah, it was so, that little pea. It was so cute. I was so excited. I was like getting all emotional on the chair and I'm like, should I cry? Is it like embarrassing? I didn't cry in front of anyone, by the way. It was just like that hormonal
moment,
yeah.
Everyday moment.
Wow, okay. Just because I'm moody. Anyway, so from there we had the ultrasound, which was like really exciting. And then what happened after that?
I don't know.
Well, now, I'll just say, like, now I am 11 weeks and 5 days pregnant. I'll tell you some of my symptoms. So, I'm actually, like, quite nauseous. I have been nauseous from the start of my pregnancy. I am constantly vomiting. Constantly. Like, everything I eat, everything I drink, it comes out.
Trust me. Making her breakfast vomits.
Yeah, he went the other day, made me, like, a really sweet breakfast, and it just, like, came out. It's like, oh... Tasted good though. It was like raisin toast with butter and jam. But it was nice. Jam. It was nice. And yeah, I went through this obsession where I just like really loved orange juice. And then I really loved chocolate milk. And I had like little cravings here and there. But they weren't like massive where people say like they really need it. Like it was just kind of like I want it type of thing. Not that I need it. Yeah, so I have very bad morning sickness and I still have morning sickness, and I feel like on my 11th week of pregnancy, my morning sickness has actually gotten worse. And normally they say it tends to get better, but I feel like it's genuinely gotten worse. Like, I feel like I vomit everything I eat now. Today I have actually kept down food, surprisingly, but yesterday I was really bad. It was like everything was coming out, which is like really annoying. I also feel like my skin has cleared up a lot. They say during pregnancy you either get acne or you either get clear skin. I've never really had acne, like I've never dealt with that. So I just feel like my skin's like cleared. Even though...
Very
like,
cleared. Too cleared.
I don't have...
She's actually glowing.
And I am wearing a little bit of foundation, I'm not going to lie. and a bit of translucent powder. I also feel my hair has grown a bit, but I can't exactly tell too much because I do have very curly hair. So I kind of only tell in the shower when it's like super wet. But it's like, yeah, I've also noticed that. My breasts are also quite tender, which every pregnant woman goes through. I am quite hormonal. Like, I feel like I'm more emotional than I am on like the angry side. Like, I feel like in movies I'm just always crying. No.
Half.
I feel like in
She's
movies, like, I'm always crying and stuff. I also started having my belly bump. I showed quite early. I think, I don't know if it depends on, like, it is my first pregnancy, so I don't know. I did show early, which is, like, normal, I guess. I started showing, what week did I start showing around last?
2 months.
Yeah, around 2 months, so I can show you my stomach now. So I'm 11 weeks.
It's almost 3 months.
And the baby is the size
Of grapefruit.
No, it's not. No, the baby is the size of like a plum. So I guess it's kind of like that. Is that the size of a plum?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like that. And then next week I think it's the size of like a very large strawberry. I don't remember, or a lime. So I do have a pregnancy app which keeps me up to date on my weeks and my days and how big the baby is, and it tells you what my baby is developing this week. So it is quite great and I do love it. Yeah. Yep. And actually, I forgot to mention, me and Tony have actually moved into our own house. So we have our own house and we have our little baby room set up. The only thing we have brought for the baby so far is a cot. It's like a 3-in-1, so it comes with a toddler bed. It goes into like a little lounge thing, which is really cool. And it's also a cot. So we also have that with like the mobile and the mattress and like all the cots all set up. Because I was kind of early, so I thought there wasn't really any point of buying blankets and that because I don't know the gender yet. But I will be doing a harmony test this Friday, so I will find out the gender. And also just in case there's any disabilities, which I don't think there will be, but just to find out so we can prepare for anything, you know,
yeah,
can be the worst. But so far everything's quite great.
Yeah, everything's fine.
And Wednesday will be my 12th week ultrasound, and it will be so different to seeing a little peanut to like, I think it will
something
be like
that big.
Yeah, it will be bigger. It will definitely be bigger. So it'll be really exciting. And we are definitely planning on getting a 2D, 3D later on in pregnancy. But we will keep you guys updated. And we will see you guys next time. See ya.